widgets. We're now looking at the widgets page under the appearance tab. This page is available to you if your theme has widgets enabled. And widgets are just bits of functionality that can be added to your sidebars or any widget areas set up for your theme. And those widget areas are defined on the widgets page on the right-hand side. For the 2012 theme, we have our main sidebar, showcase sidebar, footer area 1, footer area 2, and footer area 3. These widget areas are not necessarily important, only because they change depending on what theme you're using. What is important is what each widget does. So let's go and look at that. We'll go ahead and let's just delete the current sidebar, widgets, speaking slowly, and add them in one at a time so we can see what each one does. So first, archives. And then we'll just go to our home page, scroll down, and we see this is our archives. Archive is for the blog, and it shows all months that blog posts are published in. And so we have posts from March all the way to March 2008. Let's look at June 2008. If we click that, we'll actually see the posts that are for June 2008. And so that is our archive. We'll go back to the home page here, and then remove archive. For most of these options, you do have a title field. Oops. And so we can actually just type our title, refresh, and you see that we can add a title to the widget. And we can choose to display as drop-downs and show post counts. Let's turn both those on, refresh. And now our archive list is a drop-down, and then beside the month year appears the number of posts that have been published during that month. We'll delete that. Next, we'll look at categories. Drop that in. We'll type categories, save, refresh, and now you'll see our category list. It is a single list and there are no parent-child relationships. If we look, we can actually show hierarchy. Save that. Refresh, and now we'll see our parent-child relationships. We can also show post count, and that shows the number of posts that have been published to each category. By default, we do not display categories that have no posts, and we can also change this to a drop-down. And here are our categories in a drop-down. Next, links. We can choose to use one of our categories. Link title. We can sort them by link title, random, anything like that. Show link name. Image, if there's one available. Name, description, rating. I'm just going to turn all these on so we can see these in one go. And then here is our link. We can also choose to show all links. That shows all the links regardless of what category they are associated to. And we'll just go ahead and delete that. Next, pages. We can choose to sort by page title. Let's just sort by page order. And we will give this title a page list. Click Save, refresh. And then here is a list of our pages. We can choose to exclude a page. To do that, we use the page ID. To find a page ID, we go to the page, go ahead and we'll click Edit beside any one of these, and you'll see here post equals 701. 701 is our page ID. We will now go back to Appearance, Widgets, and exclude page 701, refresh. Now you see that front page does not appear in that list. Next, recent posts. And this just shows the number that we list, that number of posts, in the order that they have been published. And I can display the dates of those published items beside them. Search. This is our search box. See it there? Text. This is just basic text. It's unformatted, other than you can automatically add paragraphs. But if you wanted to add images, any sort of bold, you would actually have to do that with HTML. Like that. There's our basic text. Let's look at calendar. This is also a feature that's not very useful. This shows all your posts on a calendar. This calendar, we see here, it only shows us months that posts have been added to. The previous month where a post has been added is September 2008. So it's not really a calendar, and it's weird to look at posts in this way, so it's not very useful. But there it is. Custom menu. Right now we don't have any custom menus, and we'll get into creating custom menus in the next video. We'll just add one quickly. We'll get into exactly how we do this later. But now we'll go back to widgets here. And then from here, we can actually select a menu that we've created, and then just add that on the right hand side. So let's say you wanted to create a menu that was just had several pages in it. Maybe they were your top pages within a section or something like that. You would do that by creating a custom menu and then assigning it here. We'll get into creating that custom menu later. Meta. Next is meta. We'll just click save. Take a look at that. And this is metadata, site admin, logout, entry, RSS comments. This is not very useful, especially if you're using WordPress as a content management system. You won't be using that at all. Recent comments. Choose a number. Let's show 10. And this will just show us the 10 recent comments. And this is to any post. Delete that. RSS. Link to our RSS feed. We can add it here. Demo.word/feed. Save. And this could be to any RSS feed. The latest 10 items are being pulled in. We can also choose to pull those in with the content, author, and date. So if you wanted to feed data in through an RSS feed, maybe the top 10 posts for a different feed, you can do that using this RSS widget. Tag cloud. Just click save. Tag cloud just shows all the tags of our site with size proportional to the amount of times that tag has been used. So that is our tag cloud. We can also choose category. Click save. And that shows us a cloud of our categories. And this last one is something specific to 2011, so we can actually add that in if we wanted to, and then just refresh. See what that does. This is specific to the 2012 theme, but it appears there. You can also install widgets through plugins, and once those have been installed, the widgets will appear here, and you can use them by drag and drop exactly the same. Last thing we want to cover here is, let's say we set up a widget. We get it exactly like we want it. Save. And now we don't want to use it anymore. But it's not something we want to throw away. We'll use it again, but right now we don't need it, and I don't want to throw it away because I've got it configured exactly like I like it. Well, the way I can do that, and I'll just toggle this closed, is below this available widgets area we have another meta box called inactive widgets. I can actually click and drag this to the inactive widgets meta box. And that means that it's stored, it's not deleted, but it doesn't appear on our site. When I'm ready, I can just drag it back anywhere I would like, and then now it'll appear. So those are our widgets. Thanks.